Testing, okay. I was drawing circles in the dirt. The first circle, the love of God. I like this circle, which leads to my second circle. The broken world of man's sin. I don't like that circle, but it leads to the most important circle of all. The journey of Jesus Christ, which makes a way for men to have a personal relationship with their loving Savior. I stood back to admire my work. My plan was simple: deliver my message in a way that anyone, regardless of location and money, could understand. In the middle of Kathmandu, Nepal, I was surrounded by treacherous terrains on all sides and in a valley of humanity.
There have been many different solutions and efforts.
Mountains in isolation are difficult obstacles to overcome. And in Nepal, they could not see over the mountains without the proper resources. But my group was able to let them hear the good news of the gospel through our actions. Even though we don't have the same mountains looking down upon us here in Texas, we have our own metaphorical mountains that trap us in food insecurity and prevent those from accessing the proper knowledge and resources they deserve. These obstacles include transportation to the food, affordability of the food, and the accessibility to different types of food. While food rots in grocery stores and on the farms where they are grown, people across Texas grow hungry. These three mountains stand in the way of conventional food insecurity solutions without letting them reach to all the food deserts in Texas.
There have been many different solutions in an effort to combat food insecurity. We try to combine these aspects of these two programs to not only benefit, but expand our solution. The first program is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, otherwise known as SNAP. Families can use this program to purchase food items such as fruits, vegetables, and meats. Due to lengthy processing times, only 7 out of 10 eligible Texans are actually in this program, meaning that this program is one of the lowest participation rates in the country. The next program we researched are food pantries. Food pantries often serve as the arms that reach out to the community directly. They are also many times the only source of healthy foods in a neighborhood. Mobile food pantries have had success because they are able to move around and reach people in high areas of need.
So we, Group 9, had to come up with a solution that was out of the box and extraordinary. Our solution consists of using drones to directly connect local farmers and manufacturers to the consumer. Our nonprofit works because of 3 things. 1, consumer preference. This allows the consumer to buy locally grown food fresh from a nearby farm. It is also more affordable. For example, in rural communities, the local grocery stores are usually 2 to 3 times the price of a grocery store in a big city like Houston. However, in a city like Houston, people are usually not able to travel to the other grocery stores because the distance is so far off. So the drones take out that added need for transportation. And lastly, technology. Drones is the next way to use modern technology in our world. This will allow farmers to find new markets than they ever had before.
Of course, there's no way to make our project complete without considering all of the logistics involved. Before we get into that, we must consider the most important aspect. Is this legal? We did a very thorough analysis of the drone stipulations and found that we would need only 3 things. 1, a nonprofit waiver from the government that would certify us to be able to fly drones for nonprofit uses. 2, a collaboration with the federal government to be able to accept SNAP EBT benefits for distribution to farmers as payment for their crops. And 3, a pilot licensing program that we would hopefully be financing through fundraising that would allow us to get licensing for our pilots to fly multiple drones at the same time.
So what type of design will we be using to make our plan come into fruition? Well, we got into contact with zip line delivery drones, and they said they would be interested in our idea. These drones fly at 70 miles per hour and up to 24 miles per charge. Additionally, these drones fly at a height of 300 yards in the air and land directly at your doorstep. These drones work in not only sunny weather, but also stormy weather, and have a load of 8 pounds, which makes it perfectly compatible with our food packaging, which we'll be getting into right now. The food packaging that we'll be using are the Cambro insulated shipping containers. These shipping containers have perfect temperature retention for perishables like meat, fish, vegetables, and fruits. Additionally, these containers weigh only 2 pounds, letting us be able to ship 6 pounds of food at a time. Now, what does 6 pounds of food look like? That can look like 2 packages of 2-pound grass-fed ground beef, 1 pound of strawberries, 1 container of organic yogurt, 2 bags of baby spinach, and of course, the beloved flour tortillas from H-E-B. Now, how will we be storing these drones? These drones will be kept in warehouse storages that are solar powered for their charging. Additionally, these warehouses will be volunteer operated. Now, who's going to be volunteering for us? Well, it could be a high schooler who wants a consistent base to go to get their volunteering hours in and develop their skills in drone usage. Additionally, there could be people working a 9-to-5 who want to make use of their volunteering hours so that they can make sure people live healthy and sustainable lives.
And of course, with any great project that involves a lot of people, we need to consider the interests of our stakeholders in our project. First is obviously the farmers, who are going to be interested to find that our operation will connect them directly to their consumers, allowing them to build consumer relationships, and will reduce the profit that is lost on their farms by shipping times and packaging times that could be reduced by simply shipping to a drone hub system. Secondly, the general public will be interested to find that our operation will be highly sustainable, utilizing a lot of renewable energy and reusable resources. They'll also be able to connect with their community through volunteer work, of course, and they'll find that our drones will help reduce health disparities within their communities by directly connecting them to fresher foods. Lastly, we can't do this project without the generous donation of sponsors. Sponsors will be interested to find that, of course, their charitable donations will be tax deductible, allowing them to get tax benefits. They'll also have access to any technological and research developments that we, as a tech-based organization, have a necessity to use, and they'll be able to purchase carbon offsets from us through carbon credits.
Last but not least, the thing that brings us all together, the app, what we like to call Crop Connect. Our app will be super easy to use for those that aren't as tech savvy, can find it easily to use. However, if they do not have a smart device in their home, they can go to the local library to use the kiosk or the library's computer to use the website, which is also connected to our app. And if they don't have a local library nearby, they can call our mobile number by a home phone and have a volunteer order their food through that. Our app will also allow them to use their SNAP benefits through it, making it more affordable for those who do not have the resources. Last but not least, our drones will have GPS technology that allows the consumer to track the drones from where they come and what farm to see how far away it is from their house. On the app, it would also list off how much each produce is weighed so that the consumer knows when they reach that 6-pound limit.
In conclusion, flying these drones has the potential to address transportation, accessibility, and affordability in a unique way. By delivering these foods directly to areas that have limited transportation, drones can ensure people across Texas get the fresh and nutritious foods that they need on a daily basis. By working with these stakeholders, we hope to improve our solution by using the benefits of the large-scale industry practices widely across communities throughout Texas. So, how will you support Crop Connect?
Questions?
So I have a question about your piloting program for the drone itself. I don't know if you're aware, but the state of Texas recently created a CTE course called a drone pilot course, and it is allowing high school students to learn how to pilot drones. Would there be any kind of similarities to how y'all's pilot program would work? Could that kind of transition in a high school setting where you would get free drivers essentially?
So essentially, what I'm getting is that you're saying there's drone programs for CTE programs, and you're wondering if it would be similar to ours. We don't have a direct pilot training program. They will be getting a waiver and a license to learn to be a pilot, and if they already get that from their CTE program, they will be a perfect fit for working with our program, and they could potentially be a part of our nonprofit, and I think they could be great fits.
Awesome, thank you.
Well, first, thanks for showing some HEB products on that slide. And two, how could HEB help with something like this? Or how could a retailer help with a sponsorship or with this really cool program for e-commerce and SNAP customers?
So we thought heavily into this, and we were considering whenever there are niche items that a consumer wants who's a part of our program, or if there are items that maybe the farmer that is connecting with us does not have, we would get into contact with the manufacturing facilities of HEB and make sure that we could get that to them however they need it, because maybe they really want those flour tortillas.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay, how would you guys combat pushback on this idea from neighbors who are concerned about the noise nuisance of drones?
So first of all, actually, I'll let you go first.
Okay, well, so some neighborhoods actually do have a kind of like a noise complaint system, kind of like hotels. If anyone's been in a hotel, you kind of know what that is. So noise complaint, you kind of just try not to make as much noise, but these drones, as you can tell, this one actually was off of Amazon. It's actually very quiet, and I've even flew it in my household at night, and I've never woken anybody up. So I think we could also make a replica of kind of that drone, but make it larger to scale, and also keep it quieter, like make it larger to scale, but also keep it quieter in that aspect of it.
And adding to that, our drones are meant to go and leave. They're not meant to stay around. So the hope would be that if you are hearing a noise disturbance, it would only be for a few seconds before it's over your head. Like she said, these drones go 70 miles per hour. So the time it takes for them actually to locate a place and deliver their food is minimal.
So I'm curious how you target the people that you want to use your program so that they're made aware of this app and they fully utilize it, and you really get to the people that you're wanting to be focused for. Thank you.
So yes, this product is prioritizing food deserts, but it's generally for everyone. But of course, we're prioritizing people in food deserts, and we will use different types of campaigning strategies to get our point across. And like we said, we will be working with a variety of different stakeholders that we also hope that their investments could help us with marketing and campaigning through maybe advertisements and hopefully promotions like that.
So would you be able to utilize retailers like HEB to make awareness for the program?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.